Congratulations, you're a homeowner. You got yourself a house, but are you ready to live in that house and keep up with the maintenance? Do you even know what maintenance needs to be kept up with? Trust me, I get it. Hi, I'm Cami Coupland, a realtor with Coldwell Banker here in Orlando, Florida, and the surrounding areas. Home maintenance is rough, and it is definitely a learning process. I made a video the other day about AC maintenance when my parents' AC went out and I was hanging out at their place. And I've linked that video below. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to continue on with general home maintenance, specifically for new homeowners. So I interviewed a couple homeowners and kind of just asked them what they wished that they had known when they first moved in. Literally every single one of them said AC maintenance, so make sure to check out that video. But they gave me a couple other tips, and I'm going to share them with you right now. The first thing I would say is read that inspection that you got right there at the beginning of your home buying process. Make sure that you know what condition everything in your house is in. If things need to be repaired, go ahead and get those done. But in this video, we are going to be talking about just general home maintenance for everyday living. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is your water heater. Over time, sediment is going to build up on the bottom, especially here in Florida. And it can cause rust and clogs, and that's no good because it's going to weaken the efficiency of your unit. So what you're going to want to do is drain your water heater. You're going to need to do this either every 6 months or a year. You can check with your manual to see what your specific unit requires. But overall, they are going to have a life expectancy of 15 years. If you got a house that came with one that's older, or if yours is brand new, then you're going to know exactly how much TLC you're going to need to give it. Now, even though you are draining it every 6 months to a year, do not forget to have it serviced every single year. That's going to help out a lot. You do not want a bad water heater. Cold showers are never fun. The next maintenance tip that I want to talk about are your dryer vents. So lint can build up inside those lint traps and the dryer duct, and they need to be blown out. This should be done about once a year, and you can do it yourself or you can hire someone to do it. I personally hire somebody because it is very messy and it just feels like it's not worth it. But it is, because if you don't, it can be a huge fire hazard. You just got your home. You don't want it to go up in flames. So make sure that you are cleaning out those dryer vents. Speaking of fires, let's talk about your smoke detectors. So smoke detectors will generally have a life expectancy of 10 years. But within that time, you're going to have to replace the batteries and test them. It's pretty simple. Just grab a chair or a stool and climb up there and press the test button that's right on the side. It is suggested that you do this monthly, but I'm going to say that's up to you. If you have pets like I do who get absolutely terrified every time they hear that noise, doing it monthly just doesn't seem possible. So I'll say it is recommended to do it monthly. So then the next thing that I want to talk to you about is your GFCI. Now, this is something that a couple people recommended to me, and honestly, I didn't know about this. So I did some research that I'm going to share with you guys. So they are the ground fault circuit interrupters, and they should be checked every other month. Now that I know about it, I've identified where mine are, and they're normally in areas where water is present. So your kitchen, bathroom, possibly outdoors. And these are the outlets that have those two buttons on them. One of them says test and one of them says reset. In order to test these, you're going to press the test button. At that time, any appliances that are connected to the outlet will stop working. And then you're going to go up and push reset. If the reset button stays in, then you're good to go. If it doesn't stay in, or if the power does not cut when you press test, or if it's not restored when you press reset, then there's an issue with the outlet and you really need to have it checked. The next thing I want to talk to you about is gutters. If you have rented an apartment your whole life, you probably haven't had to deal with them yet, but now that you own a house, you do. If you have big trees around your house, then you're going to want to clean out your gutters at least every quarter. If you don't have very many trees, you've got to do it at least once a year. Personally, I do it while I'm putting up Christmas lights. I feel like I'm on the roof anyways, might as well. But the reason that you're going to clean these out is because leaves and debris can clog the gutters and prevent them from working properly. Standing water attracts mosquitoes, and it can also sink into the foundation of your house, which is going to cause you some very major, big, and expensive repairs. So you can do it yourself, but if you do, make sure that you have the safety equipment that you need, like a sturdy ladder and some gloves, and also preferably someone who's out there to supervise you or hold the ladder if needed. And if you don't want to do it, then you can hire a professional to come out and do it, and they'll have all the equipment that they need. If you're living on a 2-story, I would suggest hiring a professional. That's really high, and you just don't want to risk it. Okay, the next one I want to talk to you about is caulking. So over time, caulk tends to dry up and it pulls away from the surfaces around it. You're going to want to keep an eye out on those areas around wet surfaces in your bathroom or your kitchen. If the caulking has started pulling away from your wall, it's time to replace it. And if it's cracking, then fill it up. You can buy caulk at any store for pretty cheap: Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, and then you can get a caulking gun to go with it, and that'll help you out a lot. Next, let's talk about the filters in your kitchen. You probably didn't know that your home came with so many filters, but you're going to want to check your dishwasher filter, the filter in your fridge, and in your microwave, just to make sure that they aren't holding on to any scum that you don't want. Most of them are pretty easy to clean, but we just want to make sure that all of our filters are doing what they're supposed to do. The next thing I want to talk to you about is oiling your garage springs. So if your house has a garage, then you will have to have it serviced yearly. But in the meantime, make sure that you are oiling the springs to improve its lifespan. So along with the maintenance of your house, I also got a lot of suggestions for really great cleaning tips. And I thought I would share those with you really fast. I'm just going to read them to you to tell you what they wrote to me. So the first one is for your dishwasher. They said you can run it with a cup of vinegar on the top rack on its hottest setting. Once it's done, wipe away any soap scum that has come loose. Next is the garbage disposal. So this advice is both going to clean your garbage disposal and sharpen the blades. So the advice is you can either drop frozen vinegar ice cubes or ice cubes with cleaning solution in them into your disposal. Run cold water and flip the switch to turn on the disposal. Once they are all ground up, your disposal will smell clean and it will be sharp. All right, over here, we have to clean your microwave. You can heat a bowl of water first, which will then loosen the mess that's stuck all over it and make it way easier to wipe out. I had another past client who told me that they wish that someone had introduced them to Barkeeper's Friend much earlier for their stovetop. They have a glass stovetop, but this also works really great on any other flat surface. Don't forget to wipe down your ceiling fans and clean out your fridge every few months with whichever method you prefer. Once again, congratulations on your new home. You are going to make so many fun memories there over the next few years. If you discover anything else that you wish that you had known or you think that I should have included, comment below because I would love to hear what you think. Now, if you're considering becoming a homeowner here in Orlando or the surrounding areas, and you'd like to work with me, I would be so happy to get to know you and help you out. You can find all of my contact information in the description below. If you found this video helpful, then just do me a favor and click on that like button. And if you want more weekly videos on real estate advice and everything going on around here in Orlando, hit the subscribe button or check out some of my other videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon.